Well, I'm back. Kind of like a reoccurring nightmare. I'm back. So, they all these people get out here and talk about. I said it before in the last one. How they want to talk about, Trump and all the evil, wicked things they did to him and stuff, and how you know it'll get overturned, and it will. See, the funny thing about this is this. This has been going on for a long time in the making, and it didn't really affect people like Donald Trump. It didn't affect people like the Pelosi's and the Soroses and the Gateses and people like that of the world. It didn't affect them because they're up here. I mean, way up here. Trump's kind of like down in here. They're still way up here because they're running things. Trump just find out how far they'll go. He ain't found out all the way yet. But they picked the fight with the wrong person. Trump's not going to back down. It's not in his nature. So, with that being said, Trump will, if he gets into office, and he can stay in office, we got to pray for him. We got to pray for Trump. We got to pray for his family. You even got to pray for Joe Biden. Yeah, you do. Because he ain't there. He's just being led around. The people around him are pure evil. Like I've said before in older videos, they should do what's right for him. And what they're doing to him is wrong. Wrong on every level. He should be sitting at home and getting the best care he can get and enjoying what life he has left. Because when you get dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that, it cuts your life way down. And he's in the latter stages. All these people are worried about is him holding into office, holding. It's like they shouldn't be. They should be doing what's right for him, but they won't. They should be doing right for the country, but they won't. That tells you how evil they are. So, with that being said, you got to pray for him. You got to pray for Donald Trump, President Trump, whatever you want to call him. And gets into office, they picked the wrong fight, man. I'm telling you. He's going to put people in charge of the FBI and the CIA and the Department of Justice and a whole bunch of people that are just, I mean, if it ain't family, it's damn near the next best thing. I mean, he's going to put loyalists in there, people that will actually die for him. That's what he's going to do. And these people are going to go in those agencies and he's going to clean them up. He's going to use everything in his power to clean this mess up. And it's going to happen right away. Heads are going to roll right away. And I don't believe he's going to use this justice system like they're using it against him as a weapon. He's not going to do that. He doesn't have to do it because these people already committed crimes and misdemeanors and all kinds of things against this country. I mean, they're traitors. I mean, these people are traitors. Best thing they can do when he gets elected is leave. Leave. Go to some country where you can't be extradited. Because when he grabs them and nabs them, they're going to be tried for treason. And I wouldn't be surprised if there won't be a few that get executed. It's going to send a super strong signal to everybody else out there that's in their camps. It's going to scare them. They only have one thing left, and that's to destroy this country. And they'll destroy it all right. They'll go over there with their commie friends and then everything else, and then take asylum with Russia, China. It doesn't matter. Saudi Arabia, wherever they can get in, still live their social status, and try to bring this country down because they're traitors. Oh, I don't know. 20 years ago, could you have said that? Maybe to about a few of them. Now, a lot of them. So I'm saying, President Trump's eyes are wide open now. He sees it. He sees it well. See, first time he came in, businessman, thought he could do business. I mean, this is how it's conducted. This is how things are done. He found out otherwise. This time, heads are going to roll, and they should. And he will have the backing of the American people when he does it too, because they saw what they did to him. And the American people aren't happy about it either, because they know they get this treatment every day. Get pulled over on the side of the road. See, that's one place I differ with Mr. Trump. Is he wants to give police like broad powers and immunity, and where you can't sue them and all a bunch of this and that for quote doing their job. Well, if they're doing their job, they have nothing to worry about. They don't have to worry about being sued if they're doing their job. It's when they're not doing their job is when they need to be worried about being sued. And I hope Mr. Trump hears that. If you're doing your job and you're doing it right, you ain't gonna get fired and you ain't gonna get sued. It's when you're a screw up. Like the people that have been messing with Mr. Trump. They're screw ups. They're evil. They're no good. They just seem to think they can do anything they want. And you can't. So, that's what you got to remember. I mean, these people in the justice system have run roughshod over everyone because they can. And by the time you get it straightened out, which may be for the average person, maybe never, because they don't have that kind of money, they don't have those kind of funds, and he'll have to fix that too, because he saw what they tried to do to him with the Trump Towers and everything. They tried to bankrupt him. Yeah. See, he sees it. He sees what the problem is. He understands why the average American person doesn't stand a chance. So he has to reform all this. He has to put people in there that walk lockstep with him. And there's some out there, and they'll do it. And he's got some good people to do it with him. And they'll start getting it fixed. But they're going to sabotage this country. They already have. But they're going to continue to do it. So, keep praying for Mr. Trump. Praying for his family. Pray for those people that are in lockstep with him. God's intervention will supersede her, regardless. But God's will be done. That's why I've always had this dilemma, where, let's say you had the power to heal the sick, okay? More so, the dead. Let's say you could raise the dead. God let them pass on to the next life, whatever that may be. Who are you to come in and say, no, arise? Who are you? I mean, let's say you had that power to do so. But God chose that person to be dead. You see where I'm going with this? Some people are sick and are facing their mortality. Who are you to walk in and change that? Because you don't know what God has planned. That's kind of like you are God. You're playing God, but you don't know God's plan. You don't know His will. You don't know the outcome because you're not that smart. That's why we don't have that kind of power. Only the Almighty does. Even the devil has to ask permission. That's right. He has to ask permission from God. He just can't do what he wants. But back to the country. He's going to put a lot of these people on notice, and they're going to hopefully run to the hills, get the hell out of here. And the American people have his back. They saw. And when he starts reforming things in the judicial system, it's going to make life a whole lot easier for everyone. And he knows what it's like to have the government chase you around and chase you around and chase you around, and they keep throwing roadblocks and little pieces of paper, and they're illegal. Like I said, they're laws. They're illegal laws. They're make-believe horseshit. Okay? That's what it is. Just make-believe horseshit. There's God's law, and that's it. So Trump won't go after these people maliciously. He'll go after them justly because they've deserved it. So, well, he's going to abolish some agencies, and he should. It's going to rein a whole lot in, take a lot of funding away. He's going to do all kinds of things, and he's got a lot of power to do it. They say one guy can't do it. You'll be surprised what one guy can do when he gets the cooperation of the departments that he puts his people in ahead of. Because when they go and start cleaning house, well, you don't want to resign, I'll fire you. Because president, he could fire him probably. The head of the department, let's say the FBI, DOJ, IRS, doesn't matter. He could fire these people. Sure, he could ask for the resignation. But if he puts people in charge, they just walk in and go, oh, you're second in command? Well, not anymore. Your resignation on my table tomorrow, or I'll just fire you. And then, you probably try to hit him with a wrongful termination suit or blah, 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 and you'll just tie it up in court for years. And then you'll go, boy, this isn't fair. You're right, it's not. Welcome to the club you built. Since you ain't a club member no more. It ain't working for you so well, is it? So it very well may be, if Trump gets in, that it may be the demise of this country. But that's okay. And the reason I say that's okay is you can't continue to live like this. You cannot continue to live like this. Authority just can't run rampant, and Mr. Trump has found that out. These people can't be trusted. There has to be a checks and balance system. Now we have a constitution, we have a bill of rights, we have all that stuff that is supposed to do that, but these people don't pay any attention to that. Then they write their bullshit laws that skirt this and skirt that, make this area mucky and that area dry and this area wet, and they do all these things because they're lawless, because they're evil. So I could go on and on. I could make example out of example. I could do all kinds of things, say all kinds of things. But you understand where I'm going with this. And pray for him. Pray that God protects him. And just don't, oh, I prayed for him. I'll pray for him again and again and again. Throughout the day, throughout the night. I mean, whenever you got a waking moment, pray for Mr. Trump and his family. Because what's very interesting about this, everything that's bad about this country, they've done it to him. He has seen the worst of this country. He has seen the worst of the government, and he's come to a conclusion the government is the problem. Ronald Reagan knew that. I forget how many words, the scariest words in the thing was like 5 words or something. It's from the government. We're here to help. I mean, Mr. Trump knows this, and it's worse now than it was then. So, yeah, just pray for him. Keep the angels protecting him, and God protecting him. Give him the strength to carry on. That's about all I got to say. Not that, not that I've run out of things to say. It's just we're gonna cut it short. Y'all have a good one.